So yep, today we're applying some pre-emergent to stop some nasty weeds in my lawn, and I've got my designated spray pants on, like them. Anyway, let's get into it. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it today. So today I'm applying some Barricade, some pre-emergent. I've done heaps and heaps of videos for you guys on pre-emergent heaps. I've done two, but you know, I've done a couple. That's heaps, man. But anyway, I've done a couple of videos on pre-emergent, so I'm not going to go too in depth, but I'll recommend a couple to you guys and explain a couple of things about them. But the reason I'm putting it down today is because I have a big massive with Paspalum here in orange, and Barricade is basically the only pre-emergent that's going to stop Paspalum coming up in your lawn. Alrighty, so there is a whole heap of pre-emergents out there now. What I like to use is Barricade, which you guys saw at the start of the video. Barricade's one of my favourite pre-emergents out there because it hits things like Paspalum and CrowsFoot, the really hard-hitting weeds, the real hard-hitting grassy weeds. Now, if you don't have problems with those weeds, you can jump onto other pre-emergents like embargo. Embargo's a good one. But the thing is with Barricade and embargo, they have what you call root pruning effects. So if your root system isn't below about 3 centimeters, you can actually damage your lawn really bad. So I recommend you don't put it on new turf, or you don't put it on a newly seeded lawn. Now, they generally say about 6 months worth of establishment until you actually can put it on your lawn, but you can actually just check and see how deep your root system is to make sure that it's safe on your lawn. Actually, let's check my root system and see how deep it is. Just double check. Alrighty, let's give it a crack. Oh man, that's hard. Righty, here's a plug that I just pulled out. Man, that's hard. I got real clay soil here. As you can see, here's the black stuff that I used when I seeded my lawn. Now check this out. Look at that root. Hope you can see that on camera, but there's roots all down in there and all out along there. So I think it's definitely longer than 3 centimeters. I can even see roots down in that in there. So that's like, it's more like 20 centimeters, which is absolutely nuts. So that humic acid, this lawn is only just 6 months old, and the root system is absolutely crazy. Alright, I'll put that bad boy back in there now. Not gonna make a pin in my lawn. Ooh, I might do it eventually. Get in there, man. I'm stuffed from doing that plug thing. I can't believe my root system is that deep. That is absolutely crazy. Nuts. That's really exciting. So that was, as I said, like 20 something centimeters deep, which is crazy for a 6-month-old lawn. Really goes to show you that all those soil amendments and things that I've been applying to my lawn, especially liquid kelp and humic acid, are really making a huge difference to my root system. It's good stuff. So pre-emergent's gonna be fine today. All right, let's just jump into the shed and I'll grab my coarse droplet nozzle, because we're not gonna use a flat fan nozzle today, we're gonna use a coarse droplet nozzle. Alrighty, there they are in the packet still. Sweet. So let's give that a go. Alrighty, so we're just gonna do a quick calibration. So, take off the old flat fanny. That's why I love these quick cap nozzles. Put in Mr. Coarse Droplet there. So that's him just there. So that one's gonna put more water out, so I'm gonna have to do a calibration so that, you know, I put enough chemical out and the right amount of chemical as well. So then we just put it on. That says easy as pie. I don't think pie's that easy though. Sweet, and then we're just gonna fill it up to 10 litres there, and then yeah, go from there. Also, that's why that random boot and soccer balls are in the background before, because yeah, that's my 100 square meters that I'm calibrating with. Let's do it. Done. Alrighty, so today, as I said, we're putting down this Barricade here, so it's 30 mil per 100 square meters. So I have got 350 square meters, so you do the math. Another extra little hint that I found out today, I spoke to Kev, which is my handy glow man, and asked him if you put any surfactant or anything with Barricade itself. Now, he told me the best thing to do is to put down a wetting agent that is a penetrant, so something that gets that Barricade actually down into the soil, because sometimes your soil can be a little bit hydrophobic, and if you try to water this product in, it might just run off the top of the soil itself into a different area, so you get a patchy application, if that makes sense. So this one here isn't a penetrant, like it's not something like Hydrolink Rapid is a penetrant, which means it'll just get down there a bit quicker. This is more of a wetting agent that is going to help with moisture retention, but it's still going to help because it's going to break that waxy surface and get it down to the soil, so it'll be fine, from what Kev tells me anyway. Thanks for that, Kev, by the way. You are a ledge. Anyway, so I'm going to put some of this in today and some of this, so just make sure you water it in. Now, generally it recommends you water it in with 6 ml of water, or if you get some rain after you've applied this stuff, because the sun will actually break this down over time. They say you can water it in within a week, but I recommend doing it straight away just so the sun doesn't break it down. It doesn't sit on the leaf for a couple of days. On top of that, so since I'm putting wetting agent with it, I'm going to make sure that I water in just a little bit more. So I'll put my sprinklers on for maybe, I don't know, half an hour or something, which gets me about 10 ml. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Now, generally I'd recommend you use a spray dye when you're spraying this out, so you get an even application and you can see where you're going, because it's really important not to miss any spots with this. I don't have any spray dye, so I'm not going to be doing it today, so if I miss some spots, it's going to suck. And it also recommends on the label not to overlap, because you don't want to go too heavy-handed with this stuff as well. You just got to be really, really careful with it, because, you know, it's still a herbicide. Now, the best times of year to apply pre-emergent is early spring, like I'm applying it now, because it's going to stop those weeds like Paspalum and CrowsFoot, which is what I've been talking about. And the other time to do it is in early autumn as well, to stop that wintergrass coming up over winter. Now, if you've seeded recently, as I said before, you can't actually put pre-emergent out because your root depth has to be down to 3 centimeters, so you can't put out your pre-emergent. And if you've got new turf as well, don't put it out, because it's going to make your turf struggle a lot. If you've got a lawn also that is really, really patchy and you want it to repair this spring, don't put down pre-emergent, because it does have a root pruning effect and will stop it creeping in and filling in areas as well. My lawn's not too bad. It's pretty thick, so yeah, I'm pretty lucky in that sense. I can put the pre-emergent down, and I'll probably put it down even if there was patches, because the Paspalum here goes absolutely nuts. It's crazy. Now, if you do have an area that you want to come and repair, but you still want a couple of weeds to stop coming up, I recommend you put something down like oxadiazone, which is oxafert and oxapro as well. Are two of the products that are on the market at the moment. So that doesn't have a root pruning effect, so it's a different group of herbicide. I can't remember what group it's part of, but yeah, no, I can't remember. That doesn't matter. But yeah, that's what I'll be putting down if you've just done a renovation recently, and you want your lawn to come back and repair itself. Alrighty, we are good to go. Whoops, forgot to spray half the backyard just then. Not spray, sorry, record myself spraying half the backyard, that's right. You can see me do it at the front. But yeah, also just another quick tip when you are doing this, make sure you don't do it to your turf when it is stressed out. So if your lawn's needing a water or something, don't do it when it's stressed out, because there is potential of a little bit of burn or just a bit of damage, so just be careful with that. Alright, so I am going 2 directions with this pre-emergent, because I like to get it out really evenly and safely. So I've done half, going to do the second half now. I sort of went over the whole thing once just to make sure I did calibrate it right, which I did pretty much bang on 5 litres, and I put 10 litres in, so got pretty lucky there. But yeah, now I'm going to go the other direction. Now, I only really recommend you do this with pre-emergents and things that you really need an even coverage with, so, or if you're not used to actually using a knapsack spray as well, go 2 directions, just because, you know, it works out well. Alright, so all done, sprinklers are on. Make sure you get those sprinklers on straight afterwards, or make sure you do it just before a rainstorm, because, you know, you want it to work properly, otherwise it's not going to work properly. Also, don't let your kids or your pets back into the area until it's dried out. So I'm going to say even until the water's dried out after leaf. That's why it's good to do it late afternoon, because no one's probably going to get on there. Yeah, you just got to be safe, as always with herbicides. So make sure you're very careful. Alright, that's about it for this video. Thanks guys so much for watching. If you want to know more information on pre-emergence, I have done 2 previous videos. I'll link them in the description below. If you have any more questions regarding that, chuck them down in the comments below as well. And yeah, make sure you guys have a good week. Check out all these weeds my wife pulled out of the garden bed, or the veggie patch. Oh, that's a big wintergrass plant. Wintergrass, that's a bit of orchard grass actually. And then we've got some perennial rye, which was obviously my fault. Whoops!